Hi everyone, today I'm showing you how to make my showstopper balloon flamingo, but I do need to warn you, once you've made one of these, you will need to make lots more because everyone wants this design. Hi, I'm Melanie from Balloon Artworks. For my flamingo, I'm using a 260 twisting balloon and I've inflated this to a tail of about 4 fingers, okay? And I'm just going to make a small loop of about 4 fingers. So I'm holding on to this knot and nozzle and then just twisting that loop around. And then I'm going to poke my finger through the center of the loop, pass the knot and nozzle through to the other side, because that's just going to help ensure that doesn't come undone. And fold the balloon over again, measure a 4-finger loop and twist. I like to make one twist, have a look to see if that is the same size as the other one. It is, it's close enough, so I'm happy with that. Give the balloon a little squeeze just to soften and measure another loop of about 4 fingers. Make a twist and then wrap those loops around one another. Again, squeeze your balloon. That's just sending the air towards the tip of the balloon and keeping your balloon nice and soft. Measure the loop, make a twist. Okay, wrap the loops around one another. We're going to do that another couple of times. So measure 4 fingers and twist. Okay, and then once more. Okay, and we can just make another loop and wrap that around. Okay, then we can arrange these loops. At this point, it's entirely up to you what you do with this section here. You could leave this and use it as the handle of your flamingo for your wand, and that works really well. In this instance, I'm just going to twist off a little bubble at the end and let the air out. So I'm just snipping a little hole in the end here and I'm letting the air out slowly, because if I let the air down quickly, there is a good chance that this bubble will pop. Okay, so I'm just going to let that down, tie a knot and wrap the excess around those loops and just let go. Okay, so we can reinstate those loops. So I've inflated another 260 to a tail of approximately 4 fingers, and I'm going to twist a small bubble of approximately 2 fingers. Make another bubble to match this one. It needs to be close in size. It doesn't have to be exactly the same size. Fold the bubbles at the center here. So I'm just grabbing hold of that knot and nozzle and then twisting this section here. Okay. And then I can take this excess here, wrap it through the center of those 2 bubbles and just let go. And that creates 2 pinch twists. Okay. Give the balloon a little squeeze just to send some of the air towards the end of the balloon. That's just going to help keep the balloon nice and soft. And then twist a bubble that is around about 4 fingers in size. Okay. And make another bubble to match this one. So just measure against the first bubble. And then twist this section into the pinch twists here. Just twist those around. And pull the rest of the balloon through the center of the pinch twists. Okay, so this is what you've got. I've inflated a 160 twisting balloon to a tail of about 3 fingers, and I'm going to twist a bubble of about 4 fingers, so maybe a couple of inches in size. Okay, make another small bubble, and remember to hold on to both ends of your balloon, otherwise these bubbles will unravel. And make another bubble to match this one. So close, it needs to be close in size. It doesn't have to be exact, but close is good enough. Okay, and then we're going to wrap these 2 sections together. So just pull them upwards and twist them. Okay, give your balloon a squeeze to keep it nice and soft, and then pass the long balloon through the center of these 2 bubbles, and that is just going to pinch twist them together. Okay, so this is what you've got. Again, give your balloon a squeeze and twist a bubble of about 4 fingers and make another bubble to match this one I'm just folding over, comparing the size of the two bubbles, and then twist these two sections together. Okay, we can break off the rest. So just hang on to this. So we're going to need to just tie a knot in this piece because we need this in a moment. And this section we can just tie in a knot. Okay, and trim away the excess. At this point, I'm just going to cut away the nozzle. Okay, so it's not quite so noticeable. So this is what we've got. With this section that we saved, just fold that in half, and we're going to make a small candy cane. So I'm just going to hold each side of the balloon in one hand, and then I'm just going to wrap the balloon across one another, the two sides across one another, until I get to the top, okay? And then I'm just going to pinch hold of the knot and the tip, and I'm just going to pull the two together, wrap them around, and pass the knot and nozzle through the centre of that candy cane, okay? And then I'm just going to tie the two ends together, okay? So these are going to be the legs of the flamingo. So take the bubbles that we've made in your flamingo's head, and we're just going to pass the two bubbles here through the centre of the head. So just push them through. It should be quite a snug fit, okay? And then take one of the pinch twists and just roll it through the centre. And that's just going to ensure that the eyes don't drop out. And then we can just adjust the beak, curve the beak slightly. Okay, so this is what you've got. Next, squeeze the air towards the end of the balloon. You need about a finger of length here, and I'm going to make a long neck for my flamingo of about 10 inches or so. Squeeze the rest of the air into the tip. So you've just got this little tiny tip here, and then take the flower petal loops that we made and pull this section into the centre of those loops and pull that up and through, okay? And then we can just take the tip here and pull that into the base of those flower petal loops. And just pull that into the centre of those loops. Okay. Let's arrange our loops. And we can just give this part of the flamingo some shaping. And we can just shape the neck slightly, okay? I've inflated a 160 balloon to just a small tip here, and I'm tying the ends together, okay? And then fold the balloon in half. Just pinch hold of this section here, and then take hold of the top section and just twist that top section around, and that splits the balloon very approximately in half, okay? So take these two sections here and twist them together, and then pass one loop through the centre of the other one, okay? So take the centre of the loops and pull the centre through into the base of the flower base, and pull those loops around to the side. And just arrange the flower petal loops. And then we can give these loops a bit of shaping. So just curl them over a little bit. Do that on both sides. Just using the warmth of your hands to give them a little bit of shaping. We can accentuate that a little bit more if we want to. So just until you get a shape that you're happy with. Okay, so there you've got the flamingo's body. If you're at a busy event, people love this flamingo just as it is. But I like to add some legs, which you can do in black or you can do in pink. And I'm just going to take those knots and nozzles and pull them into the centre of these flower petal loops. So I'm just going to pull those through, up into the centre of the loops, and wrap around, and then let go. Okay, and then we can just check that everything is still in position and adjust accordingly. Okay, so there you've got a really spectacular flamingo wand.